back, connoisseurs, to the Cognac Corner, recorded in historic Soulard, Missouri. Go follow AFM and Cognac Corner on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Cognac Corner and at Always Forward Media. This is extraordinary conversation with ordinary people about love, sex, relationships, all fueled by cognac. But today we're going to do something a little bit different. Today we're going to talk to an author about his book. And the author name is Marklyn T. Johnson. Round of applause, Marklyn T. Johnson.
Round of applause, but I will say it's okay that you messed up the name. Everybody kills the name. It happens.
Damn it. I practiced and still fucked it up. And today we're talking about his book, Facebook, the good. Oh, shit. Wait. Facebook Conversations, the good, the funny, the ugly is the name of the book. Mr. Johnson, nice for you to come to Cognac Corner. Thank you for being here, good sir.
Hey, man, I appreciate the opportunity. It's always love when someone wants to take the time to talk about the book. Any promotion is good promotion.
Hey, man, we got to help each other, man. We get further together, we'll ever get apart.
Amen to that. Amen to that, bro.
Together is always the goal. So I read some of the book. I got into it, and it really grabbed me.
How far in did you get? How far in did you get?
I got to the conversations with the, I guess maybe the first 10 to 20 pages, like the woman, the 46-year-old, and this back and forth he was having. I was like, for me, this is my personal take with the Facebook thing. Like, I guess people understand, like, it's not real. Like, I understand, I guess, because I always look behind the curtain, and I like to know the people that created this, what kind of people they are, what kind of character they showed based on what we have available information in, understanding what Mark Zuckerberg's goal was and why he created it, what he did to obtain it, sort of shows you what you will never get from that platform. So, you know what I'm saying? For me, I had plans of getting off of Facebook because I knew how much of a hindrance it was to my success until it became a media marketing tool. So now I use it as a place to share information, not a place to connect with people. I know it's no longer an option.
Well, when it came out, they thought of it as a way just to unite people, bring people together.
Right.
Long lost cousins, uncles, long lost family members, long lost high school friends, long lost elementary school, people that you lost contact with, but you still wondered who they were. Mm-hmm. As time went on, you noticed that people really weren't really talking about anything. They was talking about fluff.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew from the day one, I'm like, something clicked and I'm like, I'm just going to share my real thoughts. You know what I'm saying? I've always been a nut. I've always known that people didn't like my honest truth. And my honest, it's funny when I say honest truth is different to different people because we experience this world differently. And that's what people keep forgetting. Everybody thinks their reality is the only reality. Now, the difference is those people who perceive themselves to be in power or to be smarter think their reality is the only reality and everybody else's reality is a makeshift reality of theirs. Mm-hmm. That being the case, we all know, and I understand what I'm saying. Nobody gets more offended than when a Black man speaks about his reality. No matter what level of truth there is, they don't. And here's the thing. When I say that, I'm not saying that everyone is racist. What I'm saying is this world, this country that we live in has established that a Black man's voice, a Black man's unapologetic voice is not a voice to be recognized. We could dance, we could run behind a ball, we can make you laugh, we could do everything to keep you entertained. But when we pull off the entertainment and we start speaking our truth for how we experience this country, the way we walk in this country, the way we talk in this country, they're not ready for it. And instead they find offense because the offense is that you're a Black man and you dare to tell the truth. And especially if they gave you a pass. If they gave you a pass like, oh, he's not one of them. He's not one of us.
We let you in. You had an opinion that's go against what we let you in for?
Exactly. They're more offended when your opinion goes against what they perceive as their reality. Because, listen, we let you break bread with us.
Mm-hmm.
we let you date our daughters. Well, we wasn't cool with it, but at least we wasn't trying to hang you for dating our daughters, you know?
Yeah.
And the thing is, what I noticed was as I started sharing truth, at first I was pissing liberal people off. If you see the first chapter, you know, ain't no such every man loves a woman with curves unless he's gay. Then he wants a stick figure with boobs.
Yeah.
Right? Only a gay man wants a small boy, a 12-year-old boy with boobs to hide the fact that he's gay. You know what I'm saying? Oh, let's put some big ass triple D boobs on a 12-year-old's body with no shape. You know what I'm saying? And what's the difference? The boobs. That's it.
Yeah, I'm like, that's what you went to, sir? That's not even real. That's not
exactly. So if you see in the first chapter, only thing I said was a tongue-in-cheek comment. All of a sudden, I have no education.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, I don't know who I am. I have no respect for people. I'm a piece of shit, blah, 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 blah. Like all this craziness because I dared to share an opinion that was not popular.
Yeah.
And none of them could attack the opinion. They came after me.
Yes.
Now that was when I was living in Minnesota, and that was the liberals coming at me.
Yeah.
And then Obama was elected.
The good old moderate, huh?
Yes.
Mr. on the fence. The worst kind of have.
Then Obama was elected. And then I saw some of my friends I went to school with, that I break bread with, that I grab a beer with. My friends that I would sit there and say, hey, how you doing? How's the kids? Oh, Obama's a piece of shit. Oh, I guess he's good. I guess he's good. He's one of the good ones.
What the fuck does that mean?
Exactly.
We're not monolithic because y'all definitely like to break down. When we do something, we did something. When they did something, it's just him by himself. It don't reflect on all of us. Just set the tone for that narrative. Like news is a business. The Cronkies, that shit's over with. Like 5 channels is not it. When you see all these conglomerates, Disney, GM buying up papers, why does Amazon own a newspaper? I need to control my dirt and get away with somebody else's. Focus on their dirt, not my dirt.
I'm gonna tell you an interesting story I had today. I walked in because I call myself a comic because I love doing comedy. And a lady that owns a Mike's Subway shop, Mike's Jersey Mike's. She earns Jersey Mike's. She asked me automatically. She goes, "Let me ask you what happened with the whole Will Smith." This conversation progressed into talking about racism and stuff like that. And she goes, I'm 70 years old and I'm really disappointed that we're still discussing race. And she didn't say it meaning Black people are discussing race, like in a bad way. She said it meaning it's odd that at her age, it's 70 years old and racism is still so prevalent in our lives every day. And I said to her, and I go, first of all, thank you for acknowledging it. But second of all, that's the problem. You're able to acknowledge it. And there are too many people that when Donald Trump was elected and he acted like an asshole about race, they thought that, well, since I think this way and Donald Trump is saying it, it must be true. And I recall some girl telling me, because I call my stuff real talk, she goes, you wouldn't know real talk if you hit it. And it was like, you obviously don't understand the theory of what real talk is. Real talk is whatever the hell I make it according to my lifestyle.
Yeah.
If I go out, okay, so real talk to a porn star is different to real talk for a nun. And they're both real talk.
Yeah.
But if your brain can't capture into that because you're so busy trying to win points and trying to win talking, like I want a talking point amongst my friends.
You listen to reply, not to understand. That's the difference.
Yes. You're not trying to understand what's going on. You just want to reply because I have to put that Black man in his place. This is my chance
to get these rocks off. I've been
yeah. And here's the thing. The funny thing about it all is, as you read along in the book, which I'm pretty sure you're pretty engrossed into it now at this point, and you could put it down, but you know you're going to pick it up in like a week and be like, hold on, let me see what else is in here. The idea is you get to see people at their worst over the dumbest shit. You get to see people using covert racism and acting like they're not racist. You get to see people, when I ask them questions about racism, call me the racist. Because I dare talk it. Because I dare talk about it.
So when people throw out the racist word so early in the conversation because you want to stop it, because you want me to reveal you. So you want to throw the stake over here because I'm getting closest to your ass.
Yes,
we're having a conversation. I'm disrobing you, and you see it come apart. So the throw hot word racist. Wait, nope, not letting you do that. Nope, put that over here. We go back on your ass, back to it. We're gonna break shit down to the molecule. You're not gonna throw me off the scent because you want to throw the word racist out. Not the one. Not gonna do that.
And here's the thing. The reality is that racism is different to everyone, meaning their experience of it.
Mm-hmm.
What I always say is, no matter how you look at it, no matter how you want to talk about it, no matter how much you don't want to talk about it, if you can't have that conversation, then you really are not part of the solution.
Yeah.
And telling, I had a gentleman say to me one time, as big as your voice is, you should be using your voice to bring everyone together. And I said to him,
everybody can't go.
And what I said to him was, who are you to tell me how to use my voice?
Who says I'm not? Because I'm not using the way you want to.
Exactly. It's you don't want a man of color to have a voice of impact.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want a man of color to have a voice that voice is shedding light on an issue. You don't see me going out there saying shoot white people.
Mm-mm.
You don't see me going out there and saying every white person is a racist. You don't see me going out there and saying fuck every white person that exists. What you see me saying is we experience this world differently. Let me tell you my experience.
Yes.
Let me tell you how I have envisioned how this world has happened. Now, with regards to the book, by the way, I got to do a shameless plug.
Please, hey, let's see it.
It is on Amazon. Facebook Conversations, the good, the funny, the ugly. This is actually the second book, which a lot of people don't realize. The first book is Lessons from a Shit Talker.
I like that.
Now, it's weird as I'm doing this because I've done this for a couple of interviews. It's still weird to me that I just showed you 2 books I wrote.
Right.
It's still weird to me, and this goes back to the conversation you and I was having about when you and I were discussing the reality of being a creator.
Yes.
And how, sometimes people accuse you of dipping into different avenues. And it's like, no, I'm not dipping into different avenues. My mind, it's in my head to do this shit.
I'm exploring my interests. My interest not singularity, it's multiverse. Because
exactly.
If I enjoy reading books over here, it makes my conversation better over there. If I like working out here, it makes my endurance in dealing with bullshit better. So nothing works if individual parts. So we're not an individual or one single thing. Like we're multifaceted, multidimensional beings that we have different things that we need to fall into for something else to be better. You might be a great athlete, but every athlete want to do a song, want to do a movie, because they're not just athletes. They were a whole different person with interests before they got to be in their athletic superiority that they became to. But they only did that because that's the way you get out the hood. If the shit they like actually paid well, they probably wouldn't have been on LeBron. You'd be like, nah, I'm gonna go ahead and do this paint shit or whatever this other thing was. But the economics of my situation says because I have this talent and I have a purchasable skill, I have to lean into this until I can fund what I really want to do in life. You see it all the time. A rapper want to be a singer want to be a rapper or an athlete because no one's one dimension.
And it's knowing your lane. Like my thing was I went to school for IT, but I've always had this inner burning desire to do something bigger and better.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm not going to hide it any longer and say, I'm not meant to be sitting in 4 walls and not creating something. And right now, in real talk, anybody who's just in the earshot of my voice, I could get evicted from my apartment any day. Mm-hmm. And I'm not saying that because I'm proud. I'm saying it because it's a reality.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sitting here applying for jobs, and everyone's like, well, suck it up and go back and just do an IT job. Why? Because an IT job sucks the life out of me. I've got to work 10-hour days. And then people say, well, you got to be willing to sacrifice. No, because now I'm sleeping. I'm so tired that now I got to go to sleep to wake up to do it again. And then I'm not able to do the creativity stuff. And like, well, you got to find time. They're like, sometimes
talk to the wrong people. Talk to the wrong people.
When people tell you that kind of stuff, they don't understand that that thought is so overpowerful. And I remember reading something, and I don't want to do it by any means. Steve Harvey said he lived in his car for 2 years, even after he started making money.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Lived in his. Now I don't know if I could do 2 years. I don't. But if I have to put some gas in my car and drive around and put all my other shit in storage, if that's what I don't want to do it, and I don't want to speak it in existence. I'm hoping I find something that I can do to make some money. I'm putting myself out there. But the point is, I love what I do.
Yeah.
This is what I do when I'm good at. I'm a content creator, and I'm not a content creator like all these other jokesters that are out there. Like, I got a friend of mine who's getting $500 a month from TikTok. And he's trying to tell me how to do it like him. And I'm like, bro, did you write 2 books?
Yeah, I'm with you, bro.
I'm like, and here's the thing. What I'm trying to say to him is, yeah, my minute is not right now. But when my minute hits, I've got 2 books. Imagine something happening tomorrow and I blow up. And now I've got 1 million people, right, following me, loving me. Let's say 10% of that million people, which is 100,000 people, go out and buy both books, right? So the one book, let's say I make $6 for every book because I self-published. I just made 600 grand overnight.
Overnight.
I just made it. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, to no sacrifice to who you are. People want to sell away your dream, but they sold theirs. You gave up on yours. Don't make me give up on mine because you gave up on your shit. Nah, player. There's some people are alive, but they already dead. That's just scary.
I'm putting myself out there. I've got opportunities. I'm talking to some people because I want to do comedy shows for veterans, for senior citizen homes and stuff like that. Just so I know I've got some money coming in and I'm running the business side. And I've got opportunities between Miami and New Jersey to pop something off.
Yeah.
So it's just doing the due diligence and getting it, and a little overwhelming because I got to do other stuff. I don't have nobody organizing this stuff. It's just me.
Yeah.
But what I'm telling people is there's a dream that you have to have. And part of that book was the dream. It was, I knew I had to buy into being a little bit of an asshole and bite the bullet and say things that people don't want to say. Just this afternoon, some chick wrote that she's an alpha female and she's tired of men gaslighting her. And I said, did you ever think maybe it's not gaslighting, it's miscommunication?
Yeah. Communication styles is very key.
If you, and the reality is, and this is a reality that a lot of people just don't think about, and I believe this, because a lot of women have been empowered, a lot of women don't know how to deal with being alpha females, and they want to be non-alpha females. They want to meet a man that'll out-alpha them. Yeah. But here's the deal, and I say this, and even women who are empowered women say it. When a real alpha walks into the room, he ain't going to put up with anybody else trying to play the game of I'm a bigger alpha than you. The first thing they're going to do is shut down that alpha energy, or they're going to walk out and say, you know what? I'm going to let you have this room. I'll find another room where I can be an alpha. I'm not running scared from you, but you see it with animals all the time. You know what? You want to piss in this room and you want this to be yours? Go ahead.
Not a problem. I'll go right over here.
And a lot of women don't understand this in the relationship realms. You know what I mean? Ain't no man that's an alpha going to walk into a room with a woman that's an alpha and be like, yeah, I'm going to let her be the alpha. No, you're not.
I always find it interesting, like women be like, had this list of things they don't want in a man. I'm like, okay, keep going. So why would that man that you just made up in your head, or you whatever you think this man is, want you? You gotta be lovable to be loved. Why we want to love you? Why would that man? He has all those things you feel he should have. Why would he want you? Because you got none of that shit. I'm glad
that you said that. I think that a lot of us, and I love the fact that the basis of your show is usually love, sex, and relationships. I think the basis of a lot of our relationships, we've gone away from emotional connections and we've gone into logical and business connections. Is it a business move if you and I get together? See, back in the day, excuse me, mom and dad, and I'm 49 years old, mom and dad didn't make business moves. I love you. I see the potential of us having a beautiful family together. And I don't care that I'm stone cold hard in my heart. You found a way to penetrate my heart. So I want to be something special with you.
Yeah.
Today, and I'm sorry, it's more so coming from women. It's not an emotional connection. It's a business connection. It's a logical connection. Hey, I make $250, you make $350. Together, we're gonna make $600 grand together. We're gonna do this beautiful vacation in Punta Cana, and every year we're gonna have Mercedes in the driveway in this beautiful home. Okay, but then here's the thing. If I really don't love you other than a business deal, if I don't really love you versus this is logical for us to be together, and maybe I'm living in a fantasy land, but I want a woman that I absolutely love and fucking adore.
I want to like you. I want to say, hey, what is my friend I'm having sex with doing? That's how I want.
You know what I mean? Like
I am friends, and I enjoy your company, being around you first. Then let's get the rest of the shit.
I gotta
make money,
bro. There's a girl that I'm cool with that I'm knocking that back out, and we're not connected on any emotional level. It's come over, let me bang your back out. Yeah. You like banging me, I like banging you, right? Yeah. I got another girl that I stopped talking to who I fell in love with her emotionally wise, but I'm not attracted to her sexual wise.
Yeah.
And it's not that she's not attractive sexually, but she stimulated me mentally.
Yeah.
So I got the best in two different women. And the thing is, if I could find it all in one woman, I'd be a happy camper.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's wild. And I talk about it in the book. It's, who uses the word love first? What's the different definitions of love? Like men and women, like when you talk about relationships and we get into it, and this is the thing about, I tell people, sit back and open up and really on your page. If you have more than 1,000 people on your page, I have 4,900 on one, 4,800 on another, 4,200 on another, right? Talk to, like, put a post up and say, what does love mean to you? Go to your local town page and type in, what does love mean to you? People can put words all the time. This is what love is. But you know what you don't really see anymore? You don't see emotional connection. I want a woman that like the emotional girl that I'm telling you that I'm kind of connected to her emotionally. She drives a blue Porsche, baby blue Porsche, right? I go to the mall. We stopped talking for a month and a half. I go to the mall. There's a baby blue Porsche on the fucking wall out of nowhere, right? I go to a comedy show. She used to own a wolf. The comic goes up on stage and has a wolf on his shirt.
Who owns a wolf? A wolf?
Exactly. Like she owned a wolf, right?
Oh, wow.
Now here's the deal. What's the chances of that shit happening to me?
You got, you know how to see the word for what it is, not for what it ain't.
Like in my head, somebody is telling me that I need to work it out with her. And not work it out marriage-wise, but friendship-wise.
Yeah.
So I'm working on that. I'm trying to figure it out. But here's the thing, again, I'm willing to admit the emotion behind it. Now, the only part that's scary out of it is she going to think that I want to get married to her or that I'm in love with her? And it's like, no, it's like loving one of your homeboys, like, yo, man, when you're not around, life just don't seem the same. I love having you around. I love talking shit with you. I love, you're my dog. I ain't gay. I don't want you like that. I kind of look at her almost like I could sleep in the bed next to you and not have sex with you, but I could hang out with you and just love being around you because what we do and what we talk about and how we are is just so beautiful.
She brings level of peace.
Yes. Even through this bullshit, dealing with her brought a level of peace and resolve within me that I didn't know was there yet.
Yeah, I like to say, I think we're all a bunch of locks. If different people have different keys to unlock things, And I always feel I don't like when people like I spent 10 years with this person. I regret it. Like that's not true because you did things with that person, you experienced things, saw things, had conversations you had with that person that now, of course, you think bad about because it ended maybe bad, but like that person brought something out of you that you wouldn't have done without them. You know what I'm saying? So it's like understanding season, reason, lifetime. You know what I'm saying? So like you ain't taking a Ferrari to the grocery store because that's not what that Ferrari's for.
Say that shit again.
You take that motherfucking Range Rover. You understand what's for what. And also that Ferrari got a high ass insurance, maintenance. It should look good on your screen.
It do.
Especially in your garage, it's a whole different problem. You gonna wish you bought a Range Rover.
It 100% do. And I have to say that one of the realities that we have to deal with in life is I respect empowered women. I know it sounds odd to some people. I love empowered women. The problem is that empowered women, a lot of them have layers of trauma that they have not dealt with.
They got them to the empowerment. They not empowerment because they're not that powerful they want to. They had to be.
Every man that's done every man that has done them dirty, every man that's treated them like shit, they stack that trauma on top of the next trauma, on top of the next trauma. And sometimes they learn how to deal with life like that. Right? And now that they've learned how to deal with that trauma, they don't know how to let it go. And they're putting that trauma on any man that they're dealing with. You know, the one thing I hate about women is if you say anything negative, oh, you a woman hater. No, how about I'm speaking the truth?
Don't bleed on me. I didn't cut you. Don't bleed on me. I didn't cut you, fam.
I didn't. But like, I'm going to respond to how you cut me.
Yeah. I was fine. I got here. Wait a minute. Why am I bleeding? I ain't done shit but show up.
I'm here to do a job. I'm not here to fight with you.
Man, and then like, if my car broke down, I'm not asking the plumber how to fix it. I'm gonna go to a certified technician. Women love to go to other broken ass women to ask about why this man did some shit. You ask the bitch ain't got nobody.
I think the worst is some people go to therapists that don't really push them and force them to.
Yeah.
And what I've discovered also, a lot of therapists are like, I can't help you any more than you want to be helped. And people will stay with like, no, I need to stay with this therapist. And it's like, basically what they're saying is you're too broke for them to fix. So you need to find someone that can help you with your shit.
Yeah.
And until you find until you find someone that helps you with how broken you are. And listen, we're all broke.
Yes.
I deal with abandonment issues. I don't know why. I had a mother, had a father. They were together. They were married till the day my mother died. My dad never remarried. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, and this is my honest to God belief, for some reason, I don't like it bringing people in, getting emotional with them, and them leaving. I've gotten better with it that now I recognize, yeah, you're not really who I want to be with and mixed up in. You know what I mean? I recognize it more now. But again, I know where my damage is.
Yes.
I know. Listen, if I hear you talking about treating a man like shit multiple times,
trigger.
I know what the fuck's going on in your head. You can't fool me. What they say, you can't play a player.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it. It's as we go through this life, and I want you guys that are listening within the earshot to understand what I'm saying. As you move along in life, the first thing you need to do is be honest with yourself. When you're honest with yourself, and when you tell the truth about yourself, you'll discover so much about yourself. And one thing I've learned is you can't keep people in your life that don't want to be there.
Open door policy over here, baby. I'm not going to hold you.
You can put yourself out there for them. Hey, this is what I'm thinking. This is what I want. This is where I'm at. And you can pray to God that they'll stick around. But if somebody doesn't want to be around, it's like a wild dog. If every time you open that cage, that dog leaves your yard and doesn't come back, but you go out and find it, eventually that wild dog is going to kill you because it wants to be free.
Yeah.
And the wild dog figures out, you know, if I kill this motherfucker, I'm free forever. That's what happens when you try to bring people into your life that don't want to be there.
Season, reason, lifetimes. You gotta know who here for what. You didn't got a baby with a season. Now you wonder why your life is terrible because she wasn't supposed to be here that long. She's supposed to be for a couple months. You're supposed to do what you're supposed to do. You move on. Now you knocked her up. Now you wonder why you got going through hell and high water. You got, the better you know yourself, the better you can navigate the world you live in because the world's forever changing. But if you know how to impact or navigate your own emotions and ego and handle what's in front of you and stay calm and collected and know like, hey, one day I'm going to have emotional blah, blah, blah. Let me build parameters or programs to handle this emotion. It's like a wild horse. A wild horse is amazing on the open field, but you want to make it powerful as a war horse. You got to put on some blinders and make it give it some focus. Well, emotion, you got to have some harnesses to make it work in your advantage. Because if not, it'll take you all over the fucking place, and you got nowhere. But people don't take the time to, like you say, heal those emotional wounds. We'll go to the hospital for a gunshot wound, broken leg, go through therapy, get your shit right and heal up. But we get broken hearted, we just go back to another motherfucker and we bleed on somebody else. Now we gonna hurt them. They gonna bleed somebody else. Now we doing this cycle of this butchering and cuts because we didn't take the time to say, you know what, I got fucked up. That shit hurt. I'm bleeding all over the place. Let me heal my emotional wounds up and see how can I not do this again? And let me learn the lessons I'm supposed to learn because lessons unlearned are repeated.
And that's what it is. You're doomed to repeat it. Like, you have to ask yourself, why are you still repeating it? Like what I said to that girl earlier today when she was just like, I'm an alpha female and all these dudes. It's like, well, if you're an alpha female and you keep meeting these bad people, what's the consistency?
Mm-hmm.
If you keep meeting these
bad beta male, no, you don't, because you're gonna eat his ass alive. He actually care about you. You want to be a team player. Or you soft, you weak. I'm trying to make this shit work. You want to be motherfucking Wonder Woman? You don't want Superman? All right, I'm gonna be Batman. Oh shit, okay, this ain't gonna work either. There comes a point where people have to say, get in where you fit in. And I was talking about my friend about this earlier today. Get in where you fit in. Mm-hmm.
If you know that, like the girl that I was telling you about earlier, there was just signs everywhere. I basically put it out there for her. I said, listen, I don't like the fact that we're having this discussion via text.
Mm-hmm.
Texting leaves too much confusion, interpretations. You still there, sir? You still there? You broke up?
I don't know how
there you go.
There we go. Yeah, you're right. Text it, you lose so much in translation. Pull up on me.
Call me. We talked all the time. We would call each other at the weirdest times. She was getting a pedicure one day, and I called her just because we were texting. I'm like, I'm tired of texting you. And I'm like, if you're getting a pedicure, why are you calling me? She's like, well, it's you calling me. I'm like, okay. So I've got a little bit of juice that if I call, you're going to pick up the phone. Yeah. So I put it in her lap. If you want to work this out, give me a call. But the reason why I'm not going to make the move and make the phone call is I've always put it in your hands. You didn't realize it because I'm smarter than you.
Yeah.
You didn't realize I had given you I'll only respond when you respond.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you reach out, I'll reach out. You don't reach out, I ain't reaching out. She never realized that.
Yeah. Life is, so I hate women feel like you're supposed to chase them. This is a game of golf. No, this is a game of tennis. We go back and forth. I'm not playing golf.
Yeah.
I'm playing tennis. So I serve it, it'll come back. I guess the game over then. Yo, serve. I like it more than text and shit. I like the same shit you like. I like it too. Why would you assume I don't? It's a back and forth teamwork. Pick and roll, my guy. Pick and roll.
There's always a way that I think a lot of people refuse to look at the reality that's around them. And the reality is a lot of people don't take the time or the effort to think about how someone is going to perceive what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why I said I'll be the asshole and be the crazy guy that says whatever he wants in my book, the Shameless Plug book again.
Wow, there we go. Facebook conversations. The good, the funny, the ugly.
The reason why is because you get to see exactly how people are. Mm-hmm. Be your authentic self. Stay consistent on your authentic self because that's how you're going to figure out how people are in your life. That's how you're going to figure out how people are and what they do and where they fit in. And people can tell you whatever they want. But if you're the same way every time, when you read my book and you see that I'm consistent in all my replies, consistent in my mannerisms, and sometimes you could tell I'm a little annoyed, but you could see I'm the consistency. You realize I'm only being honest with people, and people just can't take honest. Everybody says they want somebody honest. No, they won't.
No, they don't. Yeah, everybody want a big old house, and the motherfucking electric bill come in. Like, oh shit, yeah, that pool costs money to maintain. Yeah, how you? Yeah, Now what? You got it.
And they don't want to admit it. They don't want to admit it by any means. It's always an excuse, always a reason why not, always a reason why we got to look at things from a different way. I honestly live a life of being open, being honest, and just being able to work with people and figure things out in the long run. No one is perfect. No one is ever going to do the right thing. No one's ever going to say everything. No one's ever going to say things in a way that's always going to make you feel comfortable. You have to remain honest and true to yourself to give yourself the feeling of, I'm doing right by this person.
Yeah. Can you stand on it? Good, bad, or ugly? Can you stand on your decision? That's it.
That's
good,
it.
Bad, or ugly. Can you stand on your decision? People are like, well, I didn't. No. Can you stand? If you can't stand on it, why you do it? Tell me why you did that. I don't know. Why'd you do it? I don't know. Okay, we're done. You can't explain what you're doing and why you're doing it. You gotta have some kind of reverence, some kind of understanding how you got here.
And the reality is, as long as you're healthy, we all want to fuck. If you're healthy, we all want to fuck. The problem is, as you get older, the reckless sex is no longer fulfilling unless that person just turns you the fuck on.
Yeah.
I just had a butterface that literally just turned me on. There was something hot about, and the sex was phenomenal.
I find confidence turns me on. Like, if you confident in you, we can figure something out.
The only issue I had between her and I was I wasn't trying to kiss her. I could smash all fucking day. Let me take this edible.
Yes.
Let me take this edible. I'm high as fuck.
Yes.
You give some good dome.
Yes.
I'll eat some good pussy.
Yes.
I will bend you over and I will knock you out the fucking park. And she loved it. Her problem, she wanted a man to kiss on her. She wants a man, and I'm like, you know what? I don't look at your face and you're not kissable.
Yeah, you're not it.
If I can't look at you and desire to kiss you, I don't want you. Not like that. Yeah. But I can look at you from the neck down and be like, ooh, she need to get smacked down a little bit.
I compartmentalize. I can make this make sense. If I take this away and focus right there, this is what it is. Yeah, that's it. Damn.
It's an amazing thing. Now, I did want to talk about real quick, because I do appreciate this opportunity. A lot of people don't understand what the first book is about. It's 90 pages.
Yes, let us know.
Lessons from a Shit Talker. The first book is basically about following your dreams. What did you have to do to follow your dreams? What did you have to do to become bigger and better than you are? And listen, everyone's going to write a book. Everyone is going to write a book about what it was like for me to do this, and look how successful I am now. Look at Kevin Hart.
Yeah,
I couldn't make this up. You can't believe it. But that's about him making it. My book isn't about making it. It's about taking the chance on yourself to believe in yourself, to become something bigger than yourself. I'm going to say that again. It's about taking a chance on yourself to believe in yourself, to make something of yourself. The problem is everybody thinks if I do this and I'm not the best at it, then it's not worth it. Wrong. I do comedy, but you know what? I'm a rock star host. I'm such a good host on this level of comedy that my friends started asking me, why am I not doing headlining yet? They were like, yo, I'm more intrigued by you. And I had guys that were killing it on stage. These people are getting paid thousands of dollars in some arenas, or not arenas, but like bigger venues. Yeah. And my friends are like, yo, you're more intriguing than they are. I love your personality. You know what I'm saying? And that's cool. I've done it. I'll get there. I'll do it.
Yeah.
The point is, you've got to believe in yourself. All the skills. One of the problems I say I have probably finding a job is I'm a high ticket item.
Yeah, I know my worth.
And what I mean by that is, it's not that I'm telling you, well, I got 8 degrees and all this kind of shit. No. I can edit video. I can edit audio functionally. I could do a live stream functionally and make it look clean. I could produce the hell out of I just put together a trailer for a movie, a documentary that I was thinking about doing. Functionally, sent it to a handful of people. One of the guys I sent it to does professional video making, and he literally said to me, "Yo, your shit is hot."
Yeah.
So now I got to figure out how to get funding behind it so that I can do some shit. But the point is, when you know you're a high ticket guy, and the thing is, people know it. Some companies won't hire you because they're like, yo, this dude's probably worth 10 million. If it all came together. So what's this little $60,000 a year job going to do? Because the minute somebody offers him his value, he going to get the fuck
out of here. Right back where we started. Yeah.
So why should we hire him when we know he'll probably be gone in a year?
And they have egos in hiring too. They're like, oh shit, this motherfucker come and take my goddamn job. He way more qualified than I am.
Yep.
I'm gonna do the hiring. Yeah.
100%. So first of all, I appreciate you giving me this time to talk. I'm gonna have you on one of my programs because I've got multiple podcasts blowing up, bro. Like, and I don't even mean blowing up, just they out there. Like I do a thing called, I told you I do Sunday Coffee, right?
Yeah.
I do that. And did I send you a link for it?
No.
I'll send you a link. This link that I just did this week, the show we did this week was actually pretty decent. I'm all over doing that. I got a new one that we called Self-Help for Assholes. I got that popping. I'm actually going to start offering, like I told you, going to people's homes and say, listen, I bring the audio, I bring the cameras, I will come to your home, I'll light you up, and I'll do it for $150. Now, a lot of people are going to say that's expensive, but imagine if, let's say you're a business and you want to start a podcast around your business, right? Well, check it out. If it's professionally done, don't you think you're going to make some money off of it?
Yeah. You got a marketing budget, you're a business.
You know what I mean? 150. Okay, let's say we do it 2 times a month. If you know that you are dedicated to doing it, the problem is people don't, I did it once, I didn't get the results. That's because you got to do it, or you got to do it every week consistently. Like every week I go live. That's what I do.
You know what you get every Wednesday, Cognac Corner's coming out. Bye. You gonna get it.
People
good, bad, or indifferent. You're gonna get a version of it.
Ain't that the truth?
Yeah, man. Consistency wins every time, man. Consistency wins, and it separates the woulda couldas from I got it done.
But what's the temperature up there in Boston?
We in St. Louis.
You in St. Louis?
I'm in St. Louis.
So why your name look like it says Boston in here?
My last name is Boston. My first name is Marcus. My last name is Boston.
Bro, I seriously thought you was up in Boston because I saw Boston. I'm like, oh, he named himself that because
my grandfather's last name is Boston.
My screen name is the town that I live in, and I did that on purpose to fuck with people.
Oh, see, you way more advanced than I am. I ain't that creative.
So you in St. Louis?
I'm out St. Louis, baby. Yeah, I'm 314 St. Louis all day.
And how long you been out there?
I was born in the Bronx, but I grew up in St. Louis. So from the age of 3 until now.
Okay, because that's a different flavor out there in St. Louis.
Man, dog, it's St. Louis is a place where if you make any traction here and choose to leave, you'll eat the rest of the world up. Because St. Louis is such I always tell people this is the last slave state, guys. Everything here is last because you gotta understand history and context. They're fighting for pennies. We make more money together. Like, why y'all crabs in a barrel? You gotta ask me, why the fuck is there a barrel here? Like, why are we over nothing?
I will always say, unfortunately, that's a bad habit that's been left in the Black community because the Black community is always, well, if I make it, I don't want to see another Black man make it because that's going to take away from me. And here's what I tell everybody. I give away knowledge to people.
Yeah, I said let's go. Let's get it. Come on, let's be a team. Let's go. We want to do something. Let's get it. Let's figure it out.
Let's like. I'll be honest with you. A lot of the stuff I do, I end up doing with white women, and people are like, "Why?" And I go, "Because they're down to get the job done.
They ready to work.
They understand. They understand. They understand. I gotta suck it up because this is what I got to do if I want to make it. Unfortunately, a lot of black women, oh, there ain't no money in it today. I don't want to do it. Even a lot of young white girls these days, it's the middle-aged white women that are like, yo, let's put in the work and see what we can do.
Yep, let's see what happens.
Right?
Yep.
And I've been doing this for a long time, and people will be like, yo, that's that. Like, people are slowly starting to be like, yo, that's that dude.
Yeah.
Like, he knows what he's doing. Like, they know. And they come to me and they ask me, oh, how would you do this? And what would you look at this? And blah, 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 blah. It's wild. You know what I'm saying? It's wild because at the end of the day, all I'm trying to do is pay some bills, get out here, tell some jokes. You know, listen, as long as I follow the path, I'm all right. And like I said, I ain't trying to live in my car. I'm trying to do whatever I got to do. I got like 20 job applications I got to apply to and get through. And the only thing I want to do is entertain people.
Yeah.
And I don't mean it in a very, you know, gesturous way. I mean it in a very educate you, but entertain you at the same time. Bring people together with our natural thought path of we are all the same. We laugh at the same shit. We think the same fucked up shit. We do. We got to stop being angry at each other over. Like, listen, I talk about racism. I'm not mad at white people. I'm mad at racist. And unfortunately, they weave and blend themselves in with everyday people all the time. That when you talk about it, you got to talk about it out loud. Just like when women, every man's a sexist and blah, blah, blah. They don't take the time to say, no, Michael's sexist. They be like, nah, all you motherfuckers are sexist. Figure it out. You know what I mean?
And I think for me, my parallel to what you were saying was I think when I found podcasting and like most of my life, I'm only 37. So like I spent my 20s not trying to fuck it up. Like I said, I don't know what I'm here for. I don't know what my purpose is, but I know the traps that are built into this machine to make sure I don't get there or make that path harder. So let me stay out the bullshit. And then when I found podcasting, I was like, okay, this is what I'm here for. And that has been the catalyst or the vessel for other things that I've been doing. It's like, this is my way to bring people together. Because I think everyone goes to be, you want to aspire to inspire before you expire. You know what I'm saying? So like, that's sort of how I live my life. I aspire to inspire before I expire because this life is for me to give to somebody else. My life ain't about me. It's for what I can do for others. And that's it.
Say that.
Aspire to inspire before you expire, man.
I tell people this all the time and they think I'm crazy. And I honestly believe this, right? When I'm gone, I'll have so much content that's out there on the internet. Somebody's going to Google my name one day and be like, holy shit. Because the stuff your website will expire as long as you stop paying for it.
Yeah. Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
But your Google, your YouTubes, all that content slowly just stays there.
Yep.
Someone one day trickles and types in something and be like, where the fuck is this coming from?
Yep.
And they discover it. And it's a talent. They're like, I never knew this shit existed. Think about it when you Google the weird shit that comes up. Think about it. Right now, people are going to live in infamy because they just put their stuff out there and let people figure it out for themselves.
Yep. Be one person to find an interest in it, do a whole whatever on it. Now you back out here. Like, who is this person? Oh, shit, you got a whole lot of shit. That's all it needs, one.
I need one person. That's all I need. And once I figure that out, I'm good.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
That's it, man. Listen, I actually got to run. I hate to do this to you.
Okay, before you go, where can we find your books?
My books are on Amazon. If you go to Amazon.com, type in lessons from a shit talker. It's also on Kindle. So if you have Kindle, you can find it there. You could also go and type in Facebook conversations, the good, the funny, the ugly. You will find it there. Now, here's the thing. If you cannot find the books, type in my name, Marklyn, MarklynT, Johnson, JOHNSON. It'll list my 2 books there. I do have a 3rd book coming. Just to give you a little bit of an identity, the 2 books I'm going to put out. The 3rd book I'm going to put out is really going to talk about racism from a middle-class black man growing up in a white neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it's not that I grew up in a white neighborhood. I grew up in a white town.
Mm-hmm.
So my block was black.
Yeah.
But my town was white.
Yes, sir.
And it's the experiences of it from a child to an adult to talking about racism as we see it as the bigger picture.
Yeah.
Now, it's going to piss some people off, but you want to know something? If I don't ruffle your feathers, I'm not doing my job.
Yeah. Rather be hated than ignored.
Amen to that.
Yes, sir. Well, Mr. Johnson, I appreciate you, King. I think you come to Cognac Corner. I love this conversation. Thank you for the time. And what's your socials? We get up out of here.
What's the what?
Your social. They can find you with social media stuff.
Mr. Direct. You know what? If you want to find me on my stuff, find me on Mr. Direct. MisterDirect. One word. Don't do Mr. Period Direct. Don't do Mr. Space Direct. It's MisterDirect. Mr. Direct.
Wow. We out here, y'all. Like I say, love yourself, love each other, and love is all we got.